Life as a graduate student. Buckle up. Hello everyone, this is the SLP Peep, and today we are going to be talking about life as a graduate student, or what little life you will have when you are a graduate student. Before we begin, please like and subscribe so you can get more content about speech-language pathology life broken down into, well, YouTube videos and not college semester classes. This information is mainly going to be about my experience and my time as a graduate student. Every university is different. There's going to be little nuances and little differences wherever you go. Classes are predetermined, which means you don't really get to pick your schedule. This also means, generally speaking, you and your classmates will be in the same classes every single time. Every program is different in class size. My program, there was about 30 to 35 students, and we all started together, we all ended together. Kind of, because then the pandemic hit, so we all ended separately, but that's a different story. There are some programs where the class size is much smaller. I have heard down to 18 possibly. Now, location for our classes. There was a designated speech building for my university. That building only had 2 classrooms, the big classroom and the little classroom. So we were either in the big room or the small room. Either way, a lot of people found their desk, and that's the desk they used for the 2 years. Other people did switch seats pretty much every day. I'm not one of those people though. Homework never goes away. The main assignments that I remember would be reading and writing short papers. And I mean short papers, I mean like really short. There would be 1 or 2 projects every class, generally speaking every class. And chances are they're due at midterm and final, which is super annoying because you have all of them due at the same time. But it was also really nice because once you were done with the final project, you were generally done with the class. Maybe you had a final test, but usually the project is due after the test. I lived for breaks and holidays. What I would do was a lot different from what a lot of my classmates would do. Generally speaking, I used this time to either catch up on all my assignments and homework, or I would get ahead on all my assignments and homeworks. I really enjoyed the time after a holiday because I felt like I was able to relax more because I caught up or I got ahead. In addition to this, this is where I imagine a lot of universities are different from each other. My university was a year-round school, 3 semesters a year, so by the time I graduated, I had done 6 semesters of full-time schoolwork. Hi! My longest break at school was about 4 weeks long. So if you're the kind of person that you love your long breaks, you need those long breaks between semesters, you may want to check into the school calendar while you're applying to see what kind of breaks they have in between semesters. My university broke students' time periods into 2 main areas, which is first years and second years. The second year is when the internships would start. In the first year, we would more have camp or mini programs that we would attend. We would still count hours for these times for a hands-on experience. You just count more hours in your internship. My second to last internship was very similar to me holding a full-time job and going to school. It's very busy. I went to my internship site 5 days a week while my supervisor was there. So yes, it was a full-time job. And then I remember on Tuesday evenings, I would leave my internship and go straight to school for our night class. Oh, the extra crime. So, service projects are good, and chances are whatever university you end up going to, they're gonna be pretty big on it. It may even look like they're addicted to them. There are so many reasons why universities and programs love to do these extracurricular activities. Some of the more common reasons I've realized over the years with different universities I've attended and whatnot are they like to get the word out so people can come to their clinics so students can have more hands-on experience. A lot of university clinics are either fairly cheap or free. For my second bachelor's, their speech clinic was, I believe, reduced rate. And at my graduate school, it was a free clinic. I interviewed at a different graduate school, while you're applying for who knows how many graduate programs you apply to, but it's generally a lot. Was pay-based, but then they switched to being a free clinic. So depending on where you live depends on what's available. One thing that's nice about doing these extracurricular activities and volunteering events is that there's usually an incentive to do it. My program, we decided that every activity you went to, you got a raffle ticket. At the end of our first year, beginning of our second year, we put all the raffle tickets together and there will be 2 winners. The 2 winners will get a free trip, all expenses paid, to the ASHA convention, which is really cool. I was one of those insane people where I went to almost every single event, and that meant I had over 20 tickets. I think I actually had 23 tickets, which meant I did an activity twice a month, which doesn't sound much, but when you go to school full-time and you have a lot of other things going on, that's a lot of time. I still didn't win, but my friends did. I kind of feel like the purpose for all those internships, all those stressful semesters, was kind of to prepare you to just relax and to realize it's not going to be that hard in the real world. The semester before last is when the pandemic hit, and I was one of the very few fortunate ones where I was allowed to continue in my internship. A lot of my classmates were either kicked out, their internship site closed on them. I'm looking at you schools. Or they had a delay start into their internship, but they never were able to start because of the pandemic. So in a way, I kind of feel like that was my last internship, but it really wasn't. My last internship actually started almost 2 months after the university pulled me out of my internship the semester before last. And I didn't realize it at the time, but that internship was only 3 days a week. Granted, I worked 9 to 10 hours a day, but 3 days a week. The hope and the goal is that your last internship, you'll be hired on, and they'll take you as a CF after you graduate. That's what happened for me, and I'm very thankful for it. I recognize that doesn't happen to everyone, and especially with a pandemic, it's a little hard. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope this helps you understand a little bit more about the life of an SLP graduate student. And I'm pretty sure this goes for a lot of other graduate programs, not just for speech-language pathology programs. Please like and subscribe, and have yourself a wonderful day. Bye! Every program is different with... Oh, thank you.